how do you want to design metrics for DoorDash?
Okay. So I think the way I want to approach this problem is first, I want to think about the product and its goals, and then all of its users, and to see what kind of values the product can bring to the users. And then I think based on this information, we probably can understand what the North Star metric for the company is. And then I think what we can do is probably break down the North Star metric and to see if there are any other supporting metrics that we can track for the product. And then I think it's also important to mention some of the counter metrics. So I think that's my plan. Is that okay with you?
Sure, sounds good.
Okay. So we're designing the defining metrics for DoorDash, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it okay if I check like what the company mission of DoorDash is, because I don't really know that.
Yeah, sure. You can go.
Okay. So for the product and the company and also the users, I think DoorDash is mainly like a delivery service company. I do not know if they're like Uber or not, like they're expanding their business outside of like restaurants, but I think like restaurants are like their major business, so I will focus on this point. And then I think this is DoorDash is like basically like a three-sided market. They have the delivery person, they have the restaurants, and then they have the eaters. So these three main components are pretty important for DoorDash. And I think the DoorDash mission is to support the local communities. So I want to think about how, what kind of things can make like the four stakeholders successful in this case. I think for the delivery person, what makes them successful is that if there are a lot of orders from eaters, because in that way they can make more money, they can have a better life. And for the restaurants, they also want the same thing. For the eaters, I think they want high quality delivery. So they want a delivery to be fast. They want to find the food that they really enjoy. And for the company, they're successful when there are a lot of orders also, because the way they make money is to probably get a commission fee from all of the orders. So I think what I would define the North metric. So I would define the North Star metric as the total number of orders placed using the DoorDash platform. So do you think that's okay? Am I like in the right direction?
What else? What other metrics you want to track?
Okay, so now I think we only have like one North Star metric. Then I will start to probably go dive deeper and to see what other metrics we can track. So can I just take probably a few seconds to think?
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
So I think the way I want to approach this is also divide our metrics into three different parts, including the eaters and then the delivery person. I can call them drivers at this point, and then the restaurants as the third component. So I think for the eaters, the first thing I will track is the number of active eaters per week. So I think this metric is really important to show how active our DoorDash community is. Like if we have a lot of eaters, that means we probably have higher chances of getting higher total number of orders per week. That suggests that our North Star metric is successful. It shows our success. And then I think the second metric I would track is the average number of orders placed per week. So I think we don't only want to track how many active eaters are placing orders. We also want to know like how many orders are placed by each eater. This is also important because if like everyone is only placing one order, that means probably we can't generate that much of a revenue, and then total number of orders wouldn't be so high. And then I think the third thing I would track is the total, how do you say, I don't know. I want to call it like gross merchandise volume of all the orders per week. I don't know if that's the right word to use in this case. But I think this is important because we even though we have a lot of like active eaters and we have a lot of orders placed per week, but if each order only worth like a little bit of money, that doesn't mean that we're successful. It doesn't mean that the company can get a lot of commission fee, or the drivers or the restaurant can make a lot of money from this. So we also need to track this. And apart from like the direct delivery related activities, I think it's also important to track the average wait time of orders in a week. So I don't think this would be the primary metric to track, but I think this is important because it's related to the cancellations. It means that if the average wait time is so high, it probably will lead to high cancellations, and cancellations means the decrease in the total number of orders. That's not something we want. So I would actually track something more direct. No, I think I would track the number of cancellations per week, as I said. Yeah, and then I will move forward to the driver side. I think that we measured how more about the the demand side, and now I think the drivers is probably like a supply side. So we want to track the number of active drivers per week. This is important because we want the supply to be higher than the demand. Otherwise, the eaters won't be able to get their food anyway. So this is important to track. And the second metric I would track for drivers would be the average number of orders drivers deliver per week. We want to know like how many orders are each driver delivering, and if the number is high, it means we also have like a high total number of orders in total. And then I think this is probably what I want to track for the drivers. And then for the restaurants, I think it's sort of similar to the driver side. I want to track the number of restaurants with at least one order per week, because I think that we put a lot of restaurants on DoorDash, but it doesn't mean that these restaurants can get any order request. So we want to know how many restaurants are actually making any money from DoorDash, and then how many orders they're receiving. So I think then I also want to track let me think. Yeah, I think this is probably and also the average number of orders the restaurants can get per week. So I think these probably around 6 metrics are the supporting metrics I would track other than the North Star metric. Do you want me to head into another direction, or do you think is there anything I can add, or yeah, any comments?
Yeah, so from the beginning, you talk about you want to define the North Star metric for DoorDash and also supporting metrics and counter metrics. So do you have any thoughts about what are the guardrail metrics you might have?
Okay, got it. Yeah, so I think for the guardrail metrics, let's see. I think there's one metric I would track is the number of restaurants and drivers with ratings that is lower than 4 out of 5. Because I don't think it would be a good thing for us to have like restaurants or drivers with very low rating. It means that the customers won't be satisfied. And then I think similarly, I would also track the number of reported like drivers and the restaurants. We don't want the restaurants to generate like food safety issues for the eaters, and we don't want like drivers who are not following the rules of the company and like causing issues for the customers that will lead them to be unsatisfied. And then I would also track let's see, percentage of like completion of the orders. I think at the beginning we tracked like the number of orders, but we didn't exactly say if these orders are completed or are they canceled. So I think we can only count the order to be successful if it is completed. So I think these are the counter metrics or guardrail metrics that I would track.
我刚才其实想了很久，我是要给你中文 feedback 还是英文 feedback， 然后想一下还是给中文 feedback 比较好。
好的。
我觉得我要是给你一个英文 feedback， 然后上传到 YouTube 上，没有给一个中文 feedback 上传到 B 站上要好一点，对吧？所以我给一个中文 feedback 吧，就是首先你的这个答案我觉得不够 structure。
OK。
你在一开始的时候，你做的很好的几点，就比如说你要从这个 product 它的 goal 出发，它就公司的 mission 出发 ，what value you want to create to the users 出发，然后你要说 North Star metrics, supporting metrics 和 counter metrics，这些是很好的，你可以去 guide 你整个答案要怎么说的一个框架。但是你说到下面，比如说各个 stakeholder， 你说的也很好，这是一个 three-side market， 对吧？你把所有的 stakeholder 都列出来。你这道题最重要的一点就是你能不能把不同的 stakeholders 分开，然后去每一个 stakeholder 下面去讲。那你每个 stakeholder 下面去讲的话，你可以继续讲你的 North Star、你的 Guardrail、你的 Signpost， 对吧？就是可以把大框架套到小框架里面去讲。这样子的话，你就不需要最后再去忘掉了 Guardrail。
OK。
你答 metrics 的题的时候，一定要很有框架、很有逻辑的把你的 metrics 都讲出来。你这个时候就是相当于说，就好像 DoorDash 的 CEO 过来找你，说我们现在要给 DoorDash 内部 design 一个 data 的 dashboard，
OK，
在这个 dashboard 上面你要放哪些 metrics， 对吧？那你现在再去 present 它的话，你要去一个个说服他说为什么这个 metrics 这么重要，我要放在 dashboard 上面。这个就是你答这道题的一个思维方式。所以说你在后面去讲的话，比如说有几点，第一点的话就是你其实没有去讲现在 DoorDash 的一个 stage 是怎么样的。
是的。
DoorDash 现在是正在创业的时间，对吧？还是说它现在已经很成熟了？还是说它现在跟 Uber Eats 打得不可开交，对吧？就是都可以去讲一讲，对吧？现在其他的 delivery 也都一个个冒出来了，都开始做这个方面的东西。那么我们都到底在跟谁去 compete？我们的优势在于哪里？你要把这个在一开始的时候去讲一下，这样子的话，你才能定义到后面为什么。比如说你如果说这两个 metrics 哪更重要，一个是 user experience， 一个是 restaurant 的 rating，一个是 restaurant 的 onboard 的 numbers， 哪个更重要，你就可以跟你的 CEO 去讲了。那比如说 onboard 更重要，是因为我们现在正在拓展自己的 market， 或者说是 experience 更重要，因为这是我们的 competitive 的一个 advantage。那你这样后面就有更多的支撑了。然后所以说像你一开始的时候其实是除了这个公司的 mission 以外，你还可以再多说两句，就是说现在我们主要的 goal 是怎么样的。然后而且你说的 mission 里面 support local business 我没有在你后面当中看到。
确实忘了。
就是你这样子的话就会让面试官非常的迷茫，就是你前面
提一下，
你明明说了 support local business， 你后面没有说 local business， 就非常的尴尬。然后再往后面的话，每一个 metric 你说的都是比较清楚的，就是你都会讲。如果说我做一个 DS 的话，我知道这个 metric 应该怎么算，你都是告诉我的什么 per 多少 numbers of orders placed per week， 这个东西都是我可以算出来的。然后average waiting time 你替换成了 number of cancellation 也是对的。然后如果你不替换的话，我那个时候就会 ask 你这个 follow up question， 对吧？你
确实
想要看 cancellation， 你为什么不直接看 cancellation？ 除此之外的话，我觉得还有一些东西你可以答得更好一点，就比如说你3个 stakeholder 下面你都可以再多说几个。
OK，
说delivery people 那边你其实只说了2个，一个是 number of active drivers， 一个是 number of orders delivered per week。你一般情况下来讲的话，对于这样子的题，你每一个 stakeholder 下面至少得说4-5个的样子。对，因为我曾经有一次面试，对吧？我已经跟大家说过无数次了，不知道大家会不会 call 我。就是我曾经面的一场试，对吧？就考了那么一个 matrix 的题，然后最后人家面试官跟我说，你每一个 stakeholder 上面只说2-3个 matrix 太少了，对吧？所以说我同时把这个 feedback 给大家。然后再除此之外的话，其实我觉得你可以再去想一想，这个你在每一个 stakeholder 下面答的 metrics 有没有可以答的更好的地方。就是比如说我觉得对于 delivery 的人来讲，他们都是 contract 的人。
是的，
那我现在是不是要有一个 metrics 去计算这些人的时薪
？OK，
对，就是或者说如果你要真是比如说你去 track 那帮人的 average waiting time， 那你去 track average waiting time， 其实你也可以往下说，是说你想要做的更好的是你的 AI 的去 match 的这个 marketplace 的系统，你想要这个 system 更高效一些，对吧？所以说你可以把这些的一些点说的更好一点。
OK，
然后让面试官觉得你是真的非常了解他们的 business。
OK， 好的。
但是总体来讲的话，我觉得有几个，如果就是这道题会有 reflect 的地方，你都没有跳进去。就我觉得答 matrix 的题，最 reflect 的几个，一个就是没有去区分这是个 marketplace。就是这有不同的 stakeholder， 你要每个 stakeholder 往下再继续说，就相当于没有这个 ecosystem thinking。然后第二的话就是不知道什么叫 Guardrail， 然后不知道有些 metric 越高越好，有些 metric 越低越好。然后 之类的。我觉得还有什么，就是不要忘记 strategy 这些你都没有跳进去，但有一些地方你可以答得更好一点。
OK，就感觉，比如说刚刚你提到那个 strategy，DoorDash 应该是比较 focus 在 suburb 的吧？如果是这样的话，应该可以 track 一下 suburb 和 city 的那个订单量什么之间的区别之类的。
对，你可以去聊这一点，你也可以去聊，比如说，比如说我们有多少地区和国家的 service，然
确实，
后
嗯，
对，就是这是取决于你之前的 strategy 怎么说嘛。就比如说你现在 strategy 就说我们要做一个 grow 的 market，那后面就要去聊这些，对吧？我们更 international，还是 Uber Eats 更 international 等等。然后其他的同学们还有任何的问题吗？我又放弃了英文的 feedback，我也不知道我的 YouTube channel 什么时候才能建起来。好，如果没有什么其他的问题的话，我们这个 recording 先停到这。